Welcome to K-May Crochet. I'm your host, Karen, here at the K-May Crochet Studio. I want to thank everybody for clicking on my video. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. I do truly appreciate you supporting my channel by subscribing, clicking the notification bell button so you'll get notified when one of my new videos is being uploaded. Sharing and giving my videos a like. They all help the algorithm of my channel to reach others. Here on the channel, I like to discuss everything that's on my hook, what I've made, tutorials, sharing knowledge of everything crochet, to shop-alongs, yarn hauls, market makes, what's going on in my market shop, and just chit-chatting and maybe a little bit of life updates. So in tonight's video, I want to put up a quick video. I have some makes that is going to the shop, and I want to share with you all of them that I made. So let's get on with the video. So this is long overdue. I've showed you these patterns that I've been making throughout this last week prior. So I want to bring this back up to kind of give you a gist of what I've been up to if you're new here. And sorry for all the returning viewers, but just to update. So I've been making these Forest Friends keychains. It's free pattern from Premier Yarns. And there's a fox, a frog, a squirrel, the owl I really love, and then the bunny. So let me just, and then the creator of this works for Premier. She is, let's see, let me bring that up. The creator of these is Amy Gunnarsson from Premier. And she is she's a senior creative manager on the Premier Yarns design team. So yeah, just a little backstory of her. And the first one that I made not one, not two, I made 3 of these. But I gave one to my grandson, and I let him pick out of all of them between these and the others. He picked the owl because it reminded him of the Harry Potter owl, I guess. And I got them on keychains, and I put an extra keychain for keys or whatever you want to hook onto these. You could use them as backpack buddies, purse charms, keychains. I think they're so adorable. I didn't add the eyes to these. I just embroidered the eyes and the beak. So I'm going to be selling these for $8. And these are going to go to the shop. And then my other grandson, the older grandson, he picked one of these, so I had to make another one. And I added the 9mm black eyes to these. And again, these are going to be $8. There is a lot of work to these. So yeah, it takes a long time to make these. You make the body, the head, the muzzle, the ears. You have to make these arms and legs separate, and the tail, and that's all sewn in. A lot of work. I don't think I'm going to be making any more of these for market. If I do, I'm going to charge probably $10 to $12 for these, and especially if they go fast, or if I'm getting a reply that people want more. So, but the value of $8, and the reason why I put 8 is because that's what I told the owner of the shop, and she prints me a barcode with the price on it, and it's already in her system for that price. So yeah, I should have asked for more, but that's okay. This was the little bunny that I did first, or second. I'm sorry, I did the owl first. The bunny I did second, and the bunny almost did me in. Again, it's all sewn, the body. So it was the body and the head separate. What I did was I crocheted as one, just continue crocheting. But the arms, the ears, and I added a little tail to it. It's all sewn in. So yeah, this almost did me in, but I kept pushing. I'm like, oh, I said I was going to make these. I'm going to make them. And it took probably all week. Not last week, but the week prior. It almost did me in where I didn't want to do anymore. So just to let you know, if you plan on making these, to have the time and the patience. And yeah, so, and then I made the frog. Again, the body, the head. Now the head, and there's no clear instructions on how to put these bodies together. And if I was paying a little bit more attention, this is a little bit farther down where the screen is more forward. So it would show like more of a frog face. But that's okay. I think it's cute anyway. The eyes are sewn or made separate. You put the eyes in, then you sew it onto the head. The head is sewn to the body. The arms are sewn on to the body. So here is the frog. And then I made the squirrel. So cute. So cute. And trying to get these body parts to stay in place, I had to use like little, this is what I used, a plastic sewing needle, and then I had an extra plastic needle that I stuck through the body to hold the parts on. This was part of the knitting machine accessories that I got. Or you can use your own stitch markers. So yeah, a lot of sewing. I don't think it's worth the time that it takes to make these to resell. Now, if you're making them just to make and to give as gifts, yeah, go for it. But it takes hours just to make one. And so the yarn that I used was, to keep this small, I used the yarn from the Dollar Tree, Just Chenille yarn. And I don't know if you can notice in the background, but I had totally redid, I don't know if you can see it, I totally redid my wall. And I had all the Dollar Tree yarn here. Well, I took it out, and that is all on the corners, or the side is the Hobby Lobby Adorable yarn right there. It just looked really messy, and I'm trying to keep it neat. And then next to that, in a zigzag diamond row, is the Big Twist Baby Bear, and then next to that, and the next two other rows, is the Big Twist Posh Chic. And then the, I don't know if you could see it, probably in the way. Over at the top is that's where I put all the Dollar Tree Premier just chenille yarn, and then the rest of it is Bernat. So these are all going to go to market tomorrow. And I had to bring, if you hear Georgie in the background, that's our dog, and she's trying to patiently wait for the grandkids to get back from school. So I had to bring this back from the shop because one of the eyes popped out, so I decided to embroider the eyes, give it a little nose and a tongue. So, and then my next thing that I was making, let me get it. Oh no, I'm gonna do this one next. Put this back over here. So the next thing I made was the dinosaur, Stellan and Stanley. One new crochet striped, the other one is the circle. So what I did, I didn't do the stripe or the circle. I used variegated yarn, and I just crocheted this one right here. And he almost looks like Dino the dinosaur. And what happened was, when I was telling the shop owner to make me labels and how much all these are gonna be, or gonna be priced, or that I wanted priced, I underpriced this one because I thought it was gonna be smaller, but it's probably, where's my tape measure? It measures about 10 and a half inches tall. From tail to front of body is 8 inches. 8 inches from tail to body. And I firmly stuffed the head and the body and the feet. So I used the Bernat baby yarn, variegated yarn. So what it tells you to do is you crochet the head, you crochet the body, you crochet in the tail because there's an opening here, and then you close it up by the tail, and you crochet the feet separate. You stuff the feet, you sew it to the body, you sew the head to the body, and I made the head turn just a little bit sideways to give it more character, and the tail is stuffed in, and I embroidered the eyes and the mouth so it's baby safe. How much would you price this at if you're going to market? I should have waited until after I made it to price it. But I was in a hurry, and haste makes waste. And I told the shop owner to make me a barcode label of $8 because I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller. I do have another new dino pattern that is made just for chenille yarn, which it says it's 7 inches. So I'll be making that and asking for $5 to $6 on those. But I'm going to let this go for the $8. And then going forward, I will price it up. Not quite sure what to charge. Maybe, because this took about a few hours to make. And it was a new pattern, so I was learning on the way. So going forward, I think it'll be, I'll be a little bit quicker on making this. But I'm thinking in the future, I'll probably ask for 12 to 14 because I also do sales. It's been almost once a month, especially if there's a holiday coming up, then I will do like a 20 or 25% off sale for that weekend. And then that way, if I'm charging 12 or 14, I'm still making a profit. Because right now, $8, I mean, it's just paying for what it cost me. So, but it's still cute, and I'm hoping that it'll sell quick. The second thing that I made is the baby corgi. Now in the picture it looks really cute and simple, and again I told the shop owner to make me a label of $6 for that little itty bitty thing. Well, I used baby Bernat baby blanket. I had like a ball the size of brown, about the same in the cream color, and I thought, oh yeah, $6, you know, I should get by making this quickly. So that didn't happen, and this took quite a while because there's a lot of color changes that used up a lot of that yarn, and I had a dilemma at the end. I lost chicken yarn with this one. So anyway, here is the baby corgi. So he's huge. Again, he was only supposed to be 7.5 inches, and from back of foot to front of foot is 11 inches, and from the top of the ear to the bottom of the body is 9. If it's just from the body to the head is 8. And yeah, so I used safety eyes. I did some face embroidery. I showed my family, and they just were in awe and how good this came out. So I don't know if you can tell that I had ran out of brown yarn, and I decided, well, I don't have any more yarn, and I don't feel like buying any more yarn, so what can I use? I didn't have any other brown yarn match this, so what I did is I continued using the creamy white for the ears. I did some embroidery in the ears, and then the last was the legs. So I made the back of the legs white, because you know all dogs are created differently. Not all dogs are going to have the same coloring. And I hope that somebody will love this as much as my family does, and myself. So yeah, I told the shop owner $6 for this. I think I'm going to hold off. And I'm going to, when I get off here, I'm going to text the shop owner to make me another label. And I'm thinking probably $14 for this. If you have any thoughts on that, leave it in the comment below. What's your thoughts on that? And I also had to stitch the head to the body, and you can kind of see there's a little bit of white showing. So hopefully that's not a deal breaker, but you do what you have to just to keep going. So yeah, this took another half a day because I was learning on the way. Going forward, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I have enough yarn. I'm going to be using the smaller yarn skeins. If I made this in the regular Bernat, this thing would be huge. And he is a splooter. So I like him. But anyway, yeah, $14. What would you sell them for? I'm really interested in that. Then I was watching, who was I watching? Oh my gosh. Before I get into that, I said I was going to make all these here, especially this toucan. I started making the face, and I'm using big twist posh chic yarn, thinking, oh, this is going to be small enough yarn. Still learning. And this toucan face came out this big. That's just the face. And I wasn't paying attention. I was watching one of my shows, and lo and behold, I looked down. I'm like, this thing is going to be huge. I can't have huge things right now at the shop. I have way too much already. Now, mind you, I haven't been there in a few weeks, so I don't know exactly what's sold. But this is going to, this I'm going to wait until I have room for this on my shelf at the shop, because this is going to be another all day long make. And it says this would be 5.5 inches, and it's for acrylic. And I thought using the smaller big twist posh chic would keep it small, but no. And then I was going to make the gecko. I know that's going to turn out huge, so that's going to be on the back burner. And then the elephant. And others. So all those are going to be on the back burner and make them in between my smalls. So that's that. And so, okay, I remember now. Give me a minute. I was watching someone crocheting some of another YouTuber crochet creator making these things and telling us that they're free on this YouTuber's webpage. And she is becoming very popular, and everyone is just boasting about how simple. Most of them are no-sew or low-sew, easy to follow. She's got tutorials and videos that you can click on if you're confused on what she's trying to explain, how to do a certain stitch or adding something to the plushie. And her name is Nooks Hooks on YouTube. You got to check her out. She is just phenomenal. And she is from, where is she from? Oh my gosh, sorry. Not Poland. Oh my gosh. I'll have to research that and put it somewhere on the screen. But anyway, she makes the hooded bears, and she goes to festivals, and she sells all of her plushies there, and she makes buku amount of money selling them. But anyway, I went ahead and made the first one. I made one of her free patterns. She has, like, let's see, she's got the cow, she's got the elephant, the dinosaur, 2 dinosaurs, and a fish. Am I leaving anything else out? Anyway, you need to go check those patterns out because those are free. And the first one that I went ahead to make is the elephant. Isn't he just so adorable? He's got the bobble feet. These are sewn on, not sewn on, crocheted in. Very easy. When she was explaining in her written pattern, it was a little confusing, but she had a QR code that you can just click on, and it takes you to the video and explains how to do it. So you stitch in, and you make your stitches around, stitch in, make more stitches. So yeah, and then you chain out the tail. But she she did it different, or I did it different on this one. I went back and did slip stitches in and closed up the hole. But yeah, you start with the nose. This is a little tight crocheting, but once you get through that, it's very easy. Quick too. I'm not a fast crocheter, but I will be making more of these. I know these will sell. And I'm thinking about $6 to $8 for these at the shop. I sell the little hamster. I don't know if you can see him on my shelf back there. Hammy the hamster, I sell him for $6. He's a little bit bigger, so maybe $6 to $8. We'll see. And I can always lower the price too, and then when I have my sales, those will go. And then the second one I did was the dinosaur. I think she calls this I can't say the name of the dinosaur. I'm just gonna say dinosaur, because she has Dino the dinosaur type with a long neck, which I haven't made yet because I made the bigger one. And then these are the 9mm eyes. I don't know, you can't see it because of the light, but these have the little discs, and it's like a dark pink. Same thing with the blue. It has painted blue on the back. And then just so easy. And then she explains how to do this. As you're crocheting, you're marking. I use stitch markers. You can use scrap pieces of yarn, and you mark off where the scales are going to go. She doesn't explain it why to mark these rows, but I quickly understood as I was going that's what she was referring to. So, but she has tutorials on these free patterns, very thought through, easy, no sew, or yeah, there's no sew, just crochet on. Cute, cute, cute overload. So these are quick to make, and I'm gonna be making way more. She also had one with the little round fish, like a puffer fish, but really simple with a round mouth. I didn't make any of those because I have fish at the shop that are selling. But I'm thinking of, I have these plastic globes, of making them in there and hanging them with like fishing line, or like that clear plastic string, and attaching it with a little bit of hot glue or a little bit of tape to the top so it'll dangle. And then I have some of this pebbles that I got from the Dollar Tree. I also had an idea, because a lot of people are using the plastic pallets that you can order from Amazon and such. I think it was, what was it, £1 or less for like, I don't know what was the price. I know it was under $10, maybe about $8. These are $1.25 still at the Dollar Tree. And these can do the same job as plastic pallets. It's just pebbles. And I got them in white. And yeah, just tie these up in a baggie, or in what they're doing is nylon stockings, or an extra sock laying around. Hopefully it's washed, but but anyway, yeah, you can all day long, $1.25. And this is a heavy 1 pound bag, 1.1 pounds, 500 grams. So yeah, if you don't have a Dollar Tree, I'm sure there's other Dollarama's or Family Dollar out there that you can check to see what they have. So anyway, what else? I'm going to be making more projects throughout the week, and I will keep you posted on that. There is a free pattern from Sweet Softies. She has a YouTube channel, and she has a free pattern that she just posted. I wrote it down. I write all those patterns down most of the time when I have time. And what is that one called? Where's that page? Flower Baby. Free pattern. So I haven't made it yet, but when I do, I will let you know. And it took me writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of instructions on the little, and it's crocheted using, I don't remember what yarn I know it's chenille. It's the thinner chenille. I don't know if it's the Dollar Tree chenille, but it's the smaller one, and I think she used a 4 millimeter crochet hook. I use, which is my comfort zone, is the 6 millimeter. I don't know if this is the Susan Bates. Oh no, this is the Susan Bates. I don't remember which one this is, but 6 millimeter. And yeah. Oh, there goes Georgie. So the boys must be getting home from school. And with that, I will let you go. And I want to thank you for watching today's video. And I want you guys to have a great day. Bye for now. Till next time. Keep crocheting.